What is good, everyone? What is going on? We are live for another episode of the Attacking Third. We are back, and it is season 4 of the Attacking Third. Wow, we are at season 4, and I am alongside my right-hand man, Austin Hamels. What's up, buddy?
How's it going, Pat?
Good, good. Listen, we have a lot to dive into. We are less than 48 hours from opening day of some real union soccer, and we got a little bit of a dessert Tuesday as they had a little bit of action. And Austin, can you explain what did you see? Because I saw what we've been begging for, and hopefully this is signs to come of Carranza having a hat trick. Can you take it away?
I mean, it started off with us seeing something that we didn't want to see, which was Lesnes going to make that clearance ball or even just send a long ball back to Blake, and it just took a crazy bounce and got in, put Saprissa up 1-0 before the half. But the team really responded in the second half, honestly. It's exactly what I wanted to see them do this upcoming season, to be able to respond, take a lead, and hold it. I mean, looked like the wheels were about to come off near the tail end of it when Saprissa got the second goal, but Philly managed to hold on, and especially Carranza, it was weird seeing him finally find that touch to start the year. I mean, I'm all about it. If we can keep this going consistently, I would be all for it. I mean, if this is what we're going to see from Carranza throughout the season, yes.
Yeah, and listen, he got a setup from Gazag early. I'm not Gazag. Kai Wagner. He got a setup from. Then he got a setup from Gazag. The way he was just in front of that net where you want him to be, and the way he just attacked and attacked and attacked. Were some good signs. Like there was obviously the ugly, the miscue of Andre Blake making the little mistake he made. To stop the first goal of the game. But again, from that 50th minute to I want to say by the end of the 80th minute or the beginning of the 80th minute, it was the Carranza show. It was nothing but the Carranza show. Again, he just finds a way to get to the net. Find you whether he was using his feet, head, arm, body, whatever he needed to do. He was there to attack, and this is the kind of game you want to see. And from Gazak too, it was not just pass; it was shoot, shoot, shoot. I wish the Flyers would have took a page out of this book because that's all you saw was shoot first, shoot first. And those two guys, when those two guys are clicking on all cylinders, the MLS better be on the lookout.
Yeah, and aside from that, we saw Bedoya come in 66th minute and only played 24 total minutes of play. So that's a positive to take from this too.
Yes.
It seems like what Curtin is trying to do is have that central attacking midfielder, like Gostog basically, play a little more forward this year. The way it looked like Philadelphia was running in that match against Saprissa. So I mean, honestly, I am all about it. It took a bit for them to get that sort of pace going, but once they did, it was basically a freight train running downhill. Just kept getting opportunities, kept finding small windows to put a ball through. Like it wound up turning into a really solid outing for Philadelphia, especially considering how the first half went. It looked like we were going to get worked over pretty easily, but we responded very well. And then you think, played last night, play Saturday, and then play again Tuesday?
Yeah.
A second leg with Saprissa at home, so we get 2 home matches in 3 days.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're starting out to shoot with some heavy load already, but I mean, look, I'll take it. Like I said, we got the little bit of a just a little bit of a like I said, hopefully this is things that come. Again, this is the way you want this the unit to come right out of that shelf. You know what I mean? And we know this is what's capable of this team. We know they can score. We all know that they're dangerous, that they can handle their own. Um, it's just a matter of time. Like, will they do this? Come against Chicago on Saturday? How will they be? All that stuff is going to come into play. It's it's going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to get this season started. But like I said, Austin, this is just like I said, just a tidbit of what we got to see. And again, Carranza just a hat trick for the guy. It's what we've been asking for. Can we get this come Saturday, Austin? Do you think he has it in him?
I would like to think that Philadelphia has a very solid opportunity to walk away with a win to open the season. I mean, we have a very solid record in our home opening matches. So, um, last year it looked like it was going to be pretty solid 1-1 draw with Columbus to open the season up, and then we wound up just opening up in the second half and turning it into a 4-1 rout. So I mean, anything is possible. I like to think Philadelphia has a very solid opportunity to beat Chicago on Saturday to win to start the season. And then it's going to become, how's the rotation going to work? Because you have that second leg against Saprissa coming up in 3 days. And, you went uh, from their stadium back up here. And now,
Hmm.
you stay here. You don't go anywhere else now for at least these next few days. But man, you starting off the season with a lot of game right away,
You
and then
do.
yeah, and then from there, what in 4 days you're out in Missouri. So
You, you start to travel a little bit. Yeah, listen, again, the Philadelphia Union take on a lot of load, and I don't mind taking on a lot of load. Uh, but yeah, you get like I said, tons of action right from the jump. Again, the Philadelphia Union are just going to be just so busy. Again, the guy, like I said, if you get the same kind of Carranza, a Gazog, again, these guys just attacking the net, attacking the net. You got a healthy Glasnes back now. Your team is almost what it was last year. I'm hoping that these guys that they brought in from the all season. I know it wasn't much. It's pretty much the same team from last year. I know they tweaked a couple guys, and hopefully that we can get something going. Right off the bat, we got a couple comments. Daniel Barry always checking in with his notorious yo. And of
yo,
course, our main man Dennis, he says, "Good evening, gentlemen. Use that term loosely, please.
look,
Loosely."
I am the gentleman.
Yes, yes, he is. Okay, I don't know what I am yet, Dennis. I'm trying to figure that out. This
Sometimes
whole world is trying to figure that out.
sometimes I wonder how you can carry that head.
Yes, it's like 44 pounds. You know what I mean? It's like almost like Mr. It's like Hey Arnold around here. Um, but anyway, like I said, before we really get into, the really crisp and thick of things, Austin, I mean, this is Union Soccer. Again, it's about to explode on us. 15 seasons, Austin, of Union Soccer. And I just feel like it was just yesterday when they announced all over the news broadcast and channel, all the local news is that we're getting a soccer team. And like most guys around here, I was in the mindset it's old school. Like, oh, I got 4 teams. I'm not going to pay attention to that stuff. And um, God rest his soul, our man Gus really kind of he talked me through. He's like, dude, give it a whirl. And as I got into sports and heavily covering sports, and I said, you know what? If we got a team out there that's going to represent my city, I'm going to wear it on my sleeve. So I said, you know what? Let me give Union Soccer a try. Let me give it a whirl. And I gotta be honest, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the fact that I think the first time I really got into it was like 2018. I believe they played the Red Bulls. It was like open and playoff round, and I think they lost. It was a good back and forth. matchup between the Red Bulls and the Union going back and forth. But yeah, but from there, I kind of got heavy when I was talking with Gus about it, constantly on the phone with him about it, and here we are. Yeah, I mean, like again, everyone knows the story. If you don't know now, kindly go over it once again. It all close out. All thanks to Austin here. I mean, why we have an Attacking Third podcast is because of Austin. I mean, he was mentioned, he was tweaking it, when we were just doing heavy 4-for-4, and then we kind of like did little 15-minute clips of shows, and now here we are on one of the brightest Philly sports podcasts talking for an hour, and that's what like and now like when I go down to games and I talk to the people, talk to the fans before I go into the games, they like well we're tired of hearing the 4-4. People want to hear union talk, guys, and this is the avenue we're in. I said you got to come check out the Attacking Third on Edge of Philly Sports. I said because we provide that. We provide that every Thursday night at 9 o'clock. So again, it's starting to come around, and and here they are. A consistent team that's always in the playoffs. I know 2 years ago they really caught people's eyes um, when they got into the championship against LAFC, and it was really a good spark for them. I mean, Austin, take it away from on your side. What made you a Union soccer fan?
For me, just the passion of soccer alone started back in 1999, 2000, somewhere around that time. Back when they would put Premier League matches on pay-per-view. So
Oh, really?
yeah, I had one of the hot boxes. How some of the kids in the neighborhood used to watch the
Yes,
pay-per-views.
yes, I did. I used to watch it too. I had sticky underwear. I mean, keep going.
We had Cartoon Network, dude, like. but yeah, so I woke up one Saturday morning, come out in the living room. My dad and my brother Alex are hanging out, and there's a soccer match on it. It was Manchester United Arsenal, and I remember sitting down, and like I before I even sat down, I walk in the room, I'm like, "Hey guys, what are you watching?" And my dad looks at me, takes a look over at the TV, looks back, and goes, "Yeah, come sit down." Like that kind of thing. Come and check this out.
He gave
And
you the meme of there's a Simpson meme. Come sit here, son.
yeah,
Come sit here.
come and have a seat, boys.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, long story short, from there, I've been a Manchester United fan ever since. The early days of my soccer fandom started. God, how old was I at that point? Like 10, 11 years old, probably, somewhere around there. And then
Yeah,
who would have thought that 10 years later in 2010 Philadelphia would get its own Major League Soccer team? Like I had paid attention to MLS a little bit. I mean, obviously I went with the team that was closest to home because there wasn't a team in Philadelphia at the time when I first started following, so it was the New York, New Jersey Metro Stars, which,
wow.
dude, because JD and I were talking about it last week, dude. The old school PK rules. It wasn't just put the ball on the spot, shoot. It was
You're
you
right.
got the ball about 3 to 4 yards out of the 18 and ran in with it like a hockey shootout, and the goalie could charge at you,
Really?
try and knock the ball loose, dude. It was mayhem. It was the coolest thing ever.
Dude, that sounds like NFL Blitz.
Dude, it was it was literally like back in the old school days, if a guy got a penalty shot in hockey, when they would allow
Right.
the goalie to just like rush out and make like a sliding poke check on somebody. Like it was
Right.
like that kind of thing, but just soccer. Like it was
That
it was the most insane stuff ever. It was so fun.
Yeah, dude, that sounds wild. Dennis checking in. He goes, I'm excited for the season. I'm excited for the season to start, guys. The team looks healthy and ready to go. The Union have a lot of work to put in, and a strong team and a top tier team.
Yeah, I mean
I
coming out of the preseason healthy was a big plus for Philadelphia. I mean, Blake looked to have either did something to I'm assuming it was his knee or his hip.
hmm
They were working on him a little bit after I think it was the first goal by Carranza. They cut to Blake, and he's sitting there like waving his arms like, "Hey guys, like something ain't right. And then I'm guessing they were like, then go down.
Yes.
He just hit the deck, and they went and worked it out. But he wound up staying in the rest of the game, and he wound up not doing the goal kicks. He would give it off to Glesnes to do them. But I mean, they definitely do look healthy coming out of preseason, especially through that match against Saprissa. I mean, and for the last part of the comment that Dennis put up, they do have a lot. They have to put a lot of work in to be a top tier team, not only in the conference but in the league. You look at what every other team has done, barring Inter Miami, and then you look at what Inter Miami's done, and like there's a lot of ground that has to be covered by Philadelphia to keep themselves as a top half team for the conference. So it all gets really real on Saturday. So we'll find out what this team's got going so far.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. You're going to find out what kind of what mission will they be on. I mean, they are ranked top 8. Our man from Twitch saying, "Let's go, let's go."
What's up, buddy? He's one of the mods on my Twitch channel.
There you go. I like it, and like you said, Austin, things get real on Saturday. And like I said, I can't wait for it. But let's do it. Let's do the people. Yes, the cat wants a hug. Yes, his cat. Yes. So look, we're gonna get into a quick commercial break. When we get back, we are gonna, Dennis, you had me thinking. You had me thinking about power rankings of the MLS, and we're gonna get into power rankings because we have a list here of who's the top 10 teams in the MLS, and I got them written down. So stay tuned, guys. We're gonna talk power rankings and. All right, Cat. All right, Cat. Union soccer jersey. Yes.
Dude, I'm getting myself a Union jersey before I get my Cats a Union jersey.
Yes. And if you know my household, I'm at the bottom of the barrel. So any merch comes through here, goes run through the mutants. I mean my kids, and then I get no I'm kidding. The kids get it than me. But yeah, let's get into some quick commercial breaks before we get into what we need to get into.
All right, guys, if you're a Philly sports fan and you want to travel with your favorite team, then travel with the best. Go to phillysportstrips.com. They have self-travel packages and full travel packages available with round-trip flights from the Philadelphia airport. Packages include direct flights, 4-night stays, all-inclusive tailgate parties, lower-level group tickets. Whatever you want, you got it with phillysportstrips.com. If you want to travel to an upcoming Phillies game, make sure you check out Philly Sports Trips. And do not forget, Philly Sports Trips has all the away trips for the Eagles' upcoming 2023 season. Jump on it now, because you do not want to lose out on all these great opportunities. Go to phillysportstrips.com.
Now we got one more.
All right, guys, let's talk about Cherry Law Firm. If you get hurt at work in a motor vehicle accident, personal injury, or affected by criminal law, you got to call David R. Cherry of the Cherry Firm. Call 610-565-0300 or go to cherryinjurylaw.com. Let David R. Cherry fight for your rights. Again, that number is 610-565-0300. That's 610-565-0300 or go to cherryinjurylaw.com. Let David R. Cherry fight for your right.
All right, guys, we are back. So, guys, we mentioned about the power rankings, and we have some power rankings going on to start the season. Well, I guess what they predict. Your power rankings of 2000. I'm just going to get into the top 10. Number 1 is the heavyweight champions, the Columbus Crew. We have the Columbus Crew. We have FC. We have the other end of Ohio, FC Cincinnati at 2. Number 3, Seattle comes in. Number 4, Miami. Number 5, the other part of Florida, Orlando. Number 6, Atlanta. I think Atlanta took a further step back. We broke that down. Number 7, LAFC. Number 8, your Philadelphia Union. Number 9 is Dallas, and number 10 is New England. Austin, do you agree with the sheets? Do you agree that the Philadelphia Union is it right? Do you think they are stronger than that? Do you agree with this list? Do you think it's who made up? Are they wackadoo? What do you have?
I mean, I feel like Columbus, Cincinnati, Seattle makes sense. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Seattle. I mean, the main move that they made was to get a Pedro de la Vega, but
Okay.
that alone gave them exactly what they needed on the front end. Um, Very solid winger who can handle one-on-one abilities on ball, and he'll be able to help a lot with this offense. And it honestly, aside from that, just the fact that like I said already, the stuff that Inter Miami did to add to their roster, like 1 through 4.
Yeah.
Orlando, eh, I feel like they should be like where LAFC is. I feel like LAFC is probably ranked a little low.
Yeah,
Philadelphia,
I agree.
Philadelphia at 8, very fair.
Yes.
Like it says here on the actual article for the power rankings, and I quote, "Same team, different year. They're going to earn a ton of points, and everyone will wonder if they have enough firepower to win a trophy. You can't blame Philly for running it back, though." Like, yeah, that about sums it up. I mean,
Yeah. Like I said, they tweaked a couple, minor moves, but nothing that you're gonna want to slap your junk against the bedpost. Nothing of that nature. Nothing they want to, get you to do that. So again, for me, like I said, 1 Columbus, 2. I mean, like I said, the first 4 I believe is solid. Number 5, like you said, I agree with you. I think Orlando and LAFC should probably switch out. I think Atlanta, I think Atlanta takes, like I said, I don't think they're going to be in the top 10. I think New England or Dallas should definitely be in that slot. And I think you're right. Union is it's fair. It's what nothing really changed with this team. Nothing's really again. It's just a C plus team to me on paper. Dallas and New England, of course, at the tail end. So, but if you're out there watching the show, do you guys agree? Do you think the Philadelphia Union should be higher? Or do you guys feel like they should be lower? Do you agree with these top 10 power rankings? Do you think the champions are going to run it back? I mean, a lot of people are giving this Columbus crew, who came out of nowhere, made a humongous stride in obviously in the MLS playoffs, and now they're apparently going to carry this momentum over. I would figure they're going to have some fatigued legs coming in into this game.
yeah, and honestly, like I'm looking at the rest of this power ranking. They have Nashville at 15, NYCFC at 17, Galaxy at
What?
18. They have Chicago as number 22. Who do they have all the way at the bottom? Let's see.
I don't think
Yeah, Toronto.
Toronto's a bottom feeder.
Bottom. Them, Austin FC, and Charlotte are the bottom 3 on the power ranking list.
Charlotte, yeah, I don't see Charlotte really moving the needle. I mean, again, I know, and we're going to get heavily into Chicago here in a few, but yeah, I can't see. Yeah, see, that's where I mean, have Nashville at 15. You, you with a playmaker like that, like Motar, or
It's what
are
they did.
you,
It's what they tried to do around him. Like they lost Dax McCarty. They lost Papa Pico.
Mhm.
I mean, they brought in Sam Surridge, but the level of talent that McCarty and Pico were. I mean, Tyler Boyd was a great addition. He actually scored today in their match
Mhm.
in the Champions Cup. Um, I just I don't know. I don't know about Nashville this year. There might be something missing, and they may be spending a lot of time trying to figure out what that is.
So you're thinking they could be flaky. You thinking it's not there.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be that it's just Nashville trying to figure out
But you
what's going
see,
on. So I
but
don't know.
you see this list. This power ranking here, your top 10, only two Western teams are there looking to be a legit contender. Everything is on that East Coast. Everything else is, which is scary some because it seems like the conference to beat is or the toughest place to play is going to be that Eastern Conference.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Uh,
look at how the standings finished last year,
hmm
and the what was it? The third place team in the East was like 2 points under the first place team in the West. So like,
Yeah, yeah, you saw that.
the
Yeah,
the,
you mean
the,
it.
the philosophy of play is different between the Eastern and Western
Oh
conferences.
yeah, you hit a spot on. You could actually play Candyland with the Western Conference. You could jump from 15 to second in a nosebleed real fast. I mean, it was
But the Eastern Conference is like playing competitive Monopoly, dude. Like,
yes, yes. It was constantly. I'm telling you, they were just leapfrogging.
like that, yeah, dude. Because like you would literally be like, oh man, we just won 3 of our last 5. That puts us 4 points clear of 7th. Like, that's just how
Dude,
down the Eastern Conference was all year.
I remember, I forget who the Union Commonwealth play. I'm like, all right, they'll look at the schedule. And then I looked at it again. I'm like, wait, this team was just like a contender 2 weeks ago. Wait a minute. They're no longer a contender. They're at the bottom of the barrel.
We could
What
refer
happened?
into the DC United match.
Oh, man.
Because United was sitting like 7th. And
Yes.
like, yeah, if they beat us and then win their next one, they'll be up in 3rd place. And they tied one, lost one, and went from 7th to like 12th. Like,
Right. Right.
once you get into like the bottom 4 of playoff positioning,
Mm,
not getting at least 3 points in like 2 matches, you plummet so far in the tail end of the season.
yes. 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 You want to talk about a franchise and
Like the way I describe it, like have you ever seen like those like the win probability charts on ESPN.com? And you
yes.
watch the team come back from like the brink of death to win. So it's like all the way
Yes.
up here and then just like
They plummet.
like that's literally how DC United's thing looked for a while. Like they were up high and it was just like bonk, and then you're like, oh shit, man, that was crazy, bonk. Like,
They went to
that's just
finish
how
him.
wild the Eastern
Finish
Conference
him.
got to. Yeah, like it literally got to the point where like it was like one win could move you 6 spaces.
I'm telling you, it was that bad. Especially like I said, that Western Conference, it was just so wide open. I mean,
Western
uh,
Conference a tie, just like a draw. Like it was like this one team could go from 9th to 5th on a draw.
that's why
Like get
that's
out of here with that.
well, that's why one thing I love about the NLL, and I mentioned it on my show on Sunday, is that they just take like the top 8 and then like they wind up like breaking it up. Like it's there's no East Coast West Coast. It's just your top 8 teams. That's it. Then you go and whoever makes it makes it. Whoever don't,
I
I
mean,
don't know. But
I like that idea, but if you have these other leagues here, like the USL and like MLS Next Pro, like why not just do tiered competition like they do everywhere else? Promote and
good point.
relegate, promote and relegate, like between like USL and MLS to start. Like, oh man, Kansas City had a horrible year. Guess they're gonna get to play against I don't know Jacksonville next season.
Yes. Yes.
because it's almost like it is with a lot of teams like Tank and other leagues. Like it's rewarding mediocrity or poor play. Where
Mm-hmm.
every other league is like, no, we don't draft players. If you're the worst team, you have to play your way back into this league You go play with those guys at the kid table now.
Yes, that's where you sit.
And
That's where you sit.
And then you go to that table and you finish last, and they're like, you go to that kid's table.
Yeah, you don't belong here.
It's like being in the lunchroom at school. Like, kids are like, no, you go sit over there. And then you go over there and you're like, no, you sit over there.
No, I tell you where to sit. Well, last week you were just sitting here. Not my house. I took this way.
Pal.
No, you were. Key word. You were.
Yeah, you
So-
were sitting here last week.
Yeah, how's it feel now? And by the way, give me your mashed potatoes.
You got dino nuggies and didn't share with anybody. Now you go sit over there.
I don't know, he's. Oh, we're rocking dino nuggies. That's great.
Dino nugs, my dude.
Yes.
The only nugs there is.
That's a fight in my house. But listen, guys, if you're out there, you want to chime in. We are talking the MLS power rankings right now. We are presumably want to know what's your thoughts. I mean, they got the Philadelphia Union ranked 8th. Do you agree? Do you like it? Do you think it's fair? Do you think is the MLS wackadoo? Are they crazy? Should they be up higher? I mean, me also kind of agreed. I think it's a fair assessment. I mean, it really is. I mean, you really didn't move any further. The only way that they can move up is the town on the field can play better, because obviously that's what it's going to have to call for to kind of raise an eyebrow for this team. So, but listen, let's get a couple more commercials. We're going to come back and we're going to get ready to talk. We're really going to dissect this game, because I've come across some interesting notes about this Philadelphia and Chicago game. That's right. This is the first one up. So let's get some quick commercial breaks, as we normally like to do. Here we go.
All right, guys, it's time to talk about Sherry's Tickets. Sherry'sTickets.com is easy to use and has no hidden fees. The price you see is the price you pay. Pay less and play more with Sherry'sTickets.com. Save even more by using the exclusive promo code EOP10. That's EOP10. Do not pay hidden fees and save 10%. Why use any other ticket reseller and get those hard-to-come-by tickets to the big game? If you need a more personal touch, give them a call at 610-494-5050. That's 610-494-5050. Sherry'sTickets.com also has great theater and concert tickets that are hard to get your hands on. Remember, do not overpay and save with the best at Sherry'sTickets.com. Save 10% using the promo code EOP10. That's EOP10. You'll thank us later. Sherry'sTickets.com. All right, guys, when you're staying local and you want to watch a great game or just hang out with some great people, make sure to go to Dolan's Bar at 24 East Sellers Avenue at Ridley Park. Right off of I-95, south of Philadelphia Airport, Dolan's Bar is the place to be. Great music, great times, memorabilia giveaways, great drinks, and even better food. You never know when a former Philly sports icon walks through the door. You got to go to Dolan's, 24 East Sellers Ave at Ridley Park. Tell PJ that EOP sent you. Go to dolansbar.com or follow them on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or even TikTok. We'll see you there for the game.
All right, guys. Now this is the fun part. Philadelphia taking on the Chicago Fire first up. And by any stretch, and I mean any stretch, I looked at this Chicago's team, and on paper, it does not scare me, not one iota. Matter of fact, I don't know who the Chicago Fire made mad. I don't know who in that front office did dirt to like the MLS, because if you look at their schedule, this just says, put your white flag and think about 2025. I mean, they got ready, Austin. You ready for this? Union, week 1, 2, Cincinnati, 3, Columbus, 4, Montreal, 5, New England, 6, Atlanta. You got Houston, the Red Bulls, and I think it's like, and it runs it back. I mean, it's like a gauntlet. Like I said, I don't know who in that Chicago front office angered somebody. But yeah, their schedule.
I know who they pissed. I know who the person pissed off. I just want to know who the person is.
Yes.
no one pisses off Don Garber like that and gets away with it.
No, apparently not.
Chicago, because they run the worst possible gauntlet to start this season. And then you look at the historic numbers between Philadelphia and Chicago. We won 3 of the last 5 meetings against them. Overall records: 16 wins, 10 losses, 8 draws, and more successful at home. In the last 3 matchups that we've had against them, 2 of them have been at home, and they've both been wins. Combined total score of 5-1. The one game that we played in Chicago was a 2-2 draw.
Yes. I remember like last year it was a little funky trying to beat them, but again, this Chicago team. When I looked it up, I was trying to look up, who to be worried about and all that stuff, and they brought in this Kellen Estrada guy from
Kellen Acosta.
Kellen Acosta from LAFC, and I looked at his, he's a midfielder. I looked at his points, and it doesn't really doesn't make me want to buy a dog at no point in time. I mean, he doesn't have the great. Again, I think he had like a total of 6 goals last year. Put a whopping 0 last the year before that. And then they brought in Tom Barlow from the Red Bulls, who actually did absolutely nothing. So again, when you look at forward play, and nothing really has me wanting to. I'm not put this way. I'm not running underneath my bed anytime soon. This team stinks on paper. I know they brought in a new head coach in Frank Kolops. Am I saying that right? But yeah, they bring him in. I guess he's going to try to turn this ship around. And to me, it's just this ship has been broken, and no, there's no way of fixing it. Maybe there's just going to be a complete rebuild mode. Austin, what is your thoughts?
Alpha's definitely a step in the right direction for them.
Okay.
But yeah, there's not a lot of talent that turns heads. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But we know what Kasper Schibelko is capable of. He's still there. Will he be starting? Probably not. But I mean, I felt like we overlooked Chicago in that 2-2 draw the last time we met up with them, which was the 15th of April last year. So
good point.
You don't never take any teams lightly, and especially opening the season at home against a Chicago side that, honestly, when you look at their season last year, let me double check. They were reeling at the end of the season, if I recall. Let me see.
Where did they finish? I didn't think they were that high.
No, they were not very high up in the rankings. I mean, they had a little bit of momentum. In their final 5, they lost 3. They were 3 win. No, wait. 1 win, 3 loss, a draw in their last 5. So they were wheels were starting to fall off of it. Thank God the season ended, so they didn't have to worry too much about it. But I mean, they made a couple of moves to be able to help sort of right some of that issue that they have. And I mean, hey, you look at it like this for Philadelphia. After this game, you don't see them again until literally right before the 4th of July.
Okay, so yeah, you get a little break from, and like you said, I shouldn't be overlooking this team. I mean, I'm just going based off the paper, but like you said, this is opening day. Everybody's going to bring their best punch. Everybody, again, Philly's still a viable contender in that East, and a lot of people are still going to come for our head. So, to a bottom feeder who's going to try bringing you their best punch, and try to speak volumes to their team in that locker room, they're going to come out swinging all cylinders. Do I think they're going to be successful? If we, again, talk about momentum, are we going to get the same Carranza? I hope so.
Yeah, really hope so.
You know what I mean? If you get that same Carranza who's just been a ball of energy and who could just bring just bring it on. Dave Yarnell checking in. He goes, "Hey fellas, what's up, Dave?"
What's up, man?
Yes, Dominic. Find your remote, buddy. But yeah,
There was, there
go
was
ahead.
there was some news from the league today as they announced that Sport Tech Solutions will be their new provider for VAR technology to start this season. Um, the new multi-year deal will see them implement its FIFA-approved VAR technology for 530 MLS matches, 77 Leagues Cup features, as well as the MLS All-Star Game throughout the 2024 season. They were also the company that they rolled out the VAR and goal line technology to start the 2022-2023 season in Germany for the Bundesliga. Um, they already had done a bunch of stuff for the MLS already, like medical sideline review and all that kind of stuff. So there was already a connection there between Sport Tech and MLS. So I feel like it's a really good move for them. They get a 10-year contract with the league to be able to do this. And honestly, what the heck was that? These cats are ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a really good move for MLS. Get a company they've already worked with for a bunch of other things, and more than anything, getting very solid goal line technology and better, VAR technology and potentially better VAR staff. So those kinds of things are big for me right now going into this season. You are muted, my guy.
Wow, idiot. Yeah, for me, like I said, it's just
dude, don't stress.
yeah, no, just for me, like as much as like I said, I know. I was just mentioning how Chicago's going to come in, but this is going to be a Philly team that needs to, again, you're going to be at home, you're going to have that atmosphere in your corner, you're going to have the fans, get the Sons of Ben, the whole nine going all for you. You need to come out here and squash this team and speak volumes to your, again, speak volumes to your team. Take care of a bottom feeder. This is on paper. You should have this a 4-1 win. Uh, you know, at least have a 3-1. You should be able to handle this Chicago team with no problem. Again, like you said, they got a better of a head coach. They're going to build from that on out. They got, like you said, maybe one playmaker you're kind of concerned about on paper. But for me, if we, like you said, get that same old Carranza who came out. Now, do they got a top goaltender? I don't think so. Are you? I thought they brought some. I know they did a lot of work on defense. I know they brought some defenders. I think they brought in a goalkeeper. Um, I think he was from overseas, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but yeah, like I said, I know they build up on defense. And listen, if that's going to be their story this year is to stack on defense, and then next year to strive on offense or in getting yourself forwards and midfielders, then that's fine. It's just going to be what it is. So, but I mean, like you said, Union fans, if you're out there listening, tell us how you feel. Tell you how you feel about Saturday. Are you pumped up? Are you? I know, like I said, I've seen a couple people's videos. They're counting down. Their watch is under 48 hours. They can't wait to start feeling the drumming of Sons of Ben's, the pumping and all that. It's going to be a roughly 39. Well, by then it'll be like in the 20s, and these people don't care. They're nuts.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's probably not going to be too cold. From what I've been seeing, it's supposed to be pretty decent. I did get the numbers for you and who their starting goalkeepers looking to be
Okay.
this season. It's more likely looking to be Chris Brady.
Yeah, that's right.
Your keeper. He played. He played what was it? 34 games. I played 30 games, 30 starts. What was his? Of course, it doesn't have like the numbers that I want to see for it. Okay, here we go. Save percentage of 68.1. He faced 10 penalty kicks and didn't allow any to get past him, which is pretty cool. Yeah, 8 clean sheets, 2,640 minutes total for the year last season for him. So he's more than likely going to be the number one guy going into this season. I don't see anything stating otherwise.
Right. Like I said, he's not good. To me, like I said, to me, it's all about Carranza and Gazdag. If we get some playmakers, maybe Uwe will sneak one in there. Who's going to be your player of the game?
Oh,
Who do you think's going to be the player of the game?
I think it's going to end up being Gazdag. We're gonna really be able to attack the penalty area and get a lot of opportunities to either score up close or get Gazdag on the spot. So I still do, just like you. I have Carranza at least scoring one, but I feel like it's probably a 3-1 win.
3-1. Okay. I'm feeling that. That sounds reasonable to me. I think he'll get one. Gazdag will probably get two. I think it's going to be those two are going to be doing the bulk. I can see one we're going to have one or two, and the other one will have the follow up. But I can't see that to me is good. That's your primary goal scorer. I mean, maybe you get one. Maybe the icon, the legend, comes out of nowhere off the bench and finds the back of the net. Maybe Wagner. So it's gonna be very interesting to see. Again, one thing about Wagner, boy, he can find people open. He's very good at being the quarterback of this team. As far as find guys in spacing, get them the open shots that they needed, all that stuff. I like Wagner's game to that. So, but it's going to be interesting. Now, let me ask you, Austin. A couple of things that broke out about the Union. What's your take on those jerseys? I've been hearing positive and negatives. God bless you. Positive and negatives about the jerseys. Thoughts?
I mean, they're not awful. Like I don't really think they're that bad. Like people are knocking it really hard, but I think it's nice. I I like it.
Okay.
It's growing on me.
It already doesn't look like tire marks.
I mean, I thought that was hilarious. That
Yes.
it definitely does kind of look like tire treads.
Yes.
I mean, hey,
Yes.
one of our earlier sponsors was Continental Tire, so I feel like it would make sense.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna look. If it's there, I'll rock it.
Do I think the design could have been better? Yeah.
Yeah.
The jerseys for the Philadelphia Union, no, and there's a reason why.
Yes. Like I said, I'm with you. I'm feeling the jerseys. I think they're okay. I think a lot of people are a little old school. Again, if it's not new, they don't want to try it on. So I'm okay with it. And one more piece of news.
All the for Philly jerseys on the Union store are on sale right now. 20%.
Really?
Offer expires tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. So if you've been wanting to get one of the kits from last season, 20% off on the MLS store. So
Wow.
go there and get yourself a For Philly kit. The Authentics are selling for, where is it? $155.
What? That's outrageous.
The replica player ones are $107.
Okay.
With no name on the back of it, it's $95.
No, dude, I need a bat. I need a name. You gotta give me a
You
name,
can
bro.
always get it done somewhere else for probably.
Then again, if I put my own name on it, I know a lot of people think it's a tacky, corny move. If I put my own name on it,
I've shown it off on this show before. This hoodie that I'm wearing has my name and number 26 on the back of it. So
no, there's no shame in that game. So
it's fun. I like it.
No, it is fun. I admire that move. One more piece of news that came out. Mr. Torres, getting loaded out of here. Your thoughts?
Yeah. Oh gosh, where was it? He had went to. What the heck was it?
Yes.
Let me think. Uh, Deportivo Universidad Católica.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he had what? He had what? 13 appearances for Philadelphia. Had a goal and an assist in his time here.
Yeah, he didn't
Um,
get too much playing time.
yeah, I mean, he signed with us from Montreal. Before Montreal, he was playing for a side in Greece where he scored 4 goals in 24 appearances. I mean, he's there through the season. They have an option to purchase, which it's very possible that could happen. So that just means more money in the pocket of Jay Sugarman, which means no money going out to players that we need. So
Mm.
it is what it is. Um,
It,
yeah, I feel like Torres didn't really do enough to wow me to want to keep him here anyway. So I wish
right.
him the best. He definitely he looked like he had a lot of fun when he was with the squad. So I mean, he's definitely going to enjoy wherever he is. So
Now, what does that mean for the Union, though, moving
I
forward?
mean, what it means is you're probably going to see a lot more of Quinn Sullivan as a sub
Oh,
if we need a more attacking minded midfielder. Um, you'll probably see some Ty Baribo from time to time if we want the
and
striker.
Chris Donovan.
Chris Donovan, yeah, like you'll see those guys get utilized, especially with like the midfield stuff, like him, like Bedoya. If we decide to start Sullivan and McGlynn in the mid, and then bring Bueno in second half, like there's a lot of different options there for
Mm-hmm.
for Curtin, and you'll probably see a lot more than this season for sure.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like I said, I can't wait. I'm excited. I can't wait. Now, if you give me Chris Donovan, Quentin Sullivan, you give me little, you get Gaza, Carranza. Now I'm a little excited. Now you give me some guys who playmakers because I know what Quentin Sullivan can bring you. I know he's got speed. I know Chris Donovan, who's an okay player. I've seen him play in Union 2. I just got to see him play. Um, he's got some stuff. He's got some stuff to him. So, and one thing about the Philadelphia Union, they can develop players. They know how to do. That's one thing that they're good at doing is keeping finding some strikers. Now, one more big question before we get out of here. Your thoughts. First of all, I got to see Jim Curtin on that in an actual suit. That's on
Yeah, dude,
Tuesday.
that
It
that
shocked
was
me because I'm used to seeing him in his like
very strange.
track outfit.
Yeah, that was very strange. I'm used to seeing it with like a pair of like the trainer pants with the
Yes,
runners, and then
yes,
like just like a random Union like either like Adidas track jacket or hoodie. Like it
yes.
was very and especially because of the fact that like the first time they cut to him, he also didn't have his glasses on, and
Yeah.
it was a driving rain. So I was like, who the hell? And then it popped up on the bottom, Jim Curtin, Union head coach. And I went, what?
Yes. It shocked you. And who's the man behind the mask? Um,
Whose face is that through the driving rain?
yes. He's telling you look like a sauna out there with him. Uh, but what's your X and O's for him for this Saturday? What do you want to see him do to break down this Chicago team?
Just the same thing that we saw in the second half of that Saprissa game. Maintain the aggression both on the attack and on the defense. Um, Midfield passing just has to get a little bit cleaner, a little bit crisper, and you're going to be in a decent spot. I feel like the center backs, Glesnes and Lowe, in that Saprissa match were going a bit too far forward to try and contest people as the ball was starting to transition going the other way.
Hmm.
Just try and nip some more of that in the bud, and I feel like you're going to be all right. You just have to you have to trust in your guys to be able to get back and play defense, and these guys definitely are capable of that for sure.
Yeah. And listen, if like you said, if he could somehow come up with some nice schemes, and find your playmakers down low and trying to get like trying to go to the hockey term, but try and find some like odd man rushes, try and break the heat on, and just bring consistent pressure. Make sure you keep pressuring Chicago. Put them in the corner, and then unleash hell on them. Just keep on unleashing hell. Whether you want to pick them apart where you can, because that's what I see Wagner and those guys do on Tuesday or whatever. But somehow at the end of it, Gazlag was fine back in that, and which is fine with it. So Carranza. So that's what I want to see this team do against the Chicago team. Like I said, take a win at home. Then, like you said, you got to get ready to go on the road, and you have to start take care of Kansas City, which you and I have. I think we have it both that they're going to surprisingly make a push to be a better team. But real fast, Austin, your final thought about this game coming up?
Just excited to get 2024 started up with some Union soccer. Chicago can be a very underestimated opponent, so you don't want to take them too lightly. Especially first game of the season, anything can happen, so you gotta stay as vigilant as possible. But yeah, dude. Aside from that, if you want me to just do my plugs really quick before we get out of here, is that?
Sure, give your plugs and your final, and you say, and has the final prediction changed yet, or are you going to still roll 3-1?
No, still 3-1.
Okay.
But yeah, main thing, twitch.tv/Hambo26, over on Twitter at, wait, I'm gonna come around this way, right there at Austin_EOP. Make sure you're following me wherever you can, and also Saturday morning, usually 10 o'clock now.
Yes, you got a busy day Saturday, my friend.
Yeah, and then
busy weekend.
Sunday I have Flyers post game.
Yes. I can't wait to watch all the work, guys. That is Austin Hannibal again. Make sure you catch him. Get all your Union stuff for him. Again, the face of the Union right here runs through that man. You guys, my final thought: the Union stay aggressive like you were on Tuesday. Nothing changes. Make sure nothing changes from Saprissa to the Chicago. Make sure nothing changes. You keep on attacking the pressure. Keep on bringing the pressure. Just I want to see this team, click on all cylinders. I just want to see Gaza just keep on rocking the back of net. If not him, switch it up. Make sure Gaza starts, becomes more of a striker and then a facilitator. I want to see that. I want to see, more Quentin Sullivan. I want to see more of the young blood. I want to see more of the youth of this team, the Chris Donovans of the world. Make sure they just keep on bringing some pressure, and I would love to see that. And for me, guys, you can catch me tomorrow, Sixers post game, Saturday morning right here on Devo doing video games, and then Sunday, PM and the AM. And for me, Pat, Austin, we are out of here. There you are.